Let's see what he got to say.
A missing 7-month-old baby boy by the name of Emmanuel Haro. The sister-in-law to the mother, she speaks. She shared a video on social media, but she deleted it. I was able to obtain the video, and I'm going to share with all of you what she said because she gives a detailed timeline on what happened on that Thursday evening, a little bit before 8 p.m., San Bernardino County, California. Rebecca Harrell,
Let's hear
the
it.
mother of this 7-month-old baby, reported to authorities that she was outside a Big Five sporting goods store and someone approached her as she was changing the diaper of this baby and said, "Hola," and then knocked her out and took the baby. Now, this is the sister-in-law. This is the sister.
Remember when I said, she said, don't bring our son back? Please don't harm my son. And this person says here, I can read it already. Used to work with Jake at Walmart. He should be the prime suspect. Okay, let's see.
To Jake Harrow, who we're going to talk about also in this video, who has an extensive criminal record dealing with children. A former co-worker of Jake speaks out too, and I'm going to share that with all of you. But let me share what she has to say about this case where this boy is still missing. Authorities are not ruling out foul play. The mother is now not cooperating with investigators.
Yep.
They say that she gave inconsistent statements.
Yep.
So let me share what the sister-in-law has to say. Let me share what a former co-worker of the father has to say. Let me share with you what law enforcement has to say, and then we will further discuss. Check it out.
About what's going on. He was abducted last night in front of the Big Five. Now, there are stories going around that some of you have fabricated. And I'm just on here just to tell you guys what transpired. So,
Were you there? Why am I watching this?
My sister-in-law and my brother, they were at my older nephew's football practice, and he needed a new mouth guard. So instead of taking everybody, my sister-in-law opted to go, and she only took the baby, which is Emmanuel. And when she got there, she realized the baby had went.
She's telling us why there are no witnesses.
To the bathroom in his diapers. So, as any mom would, which is crazy.
As any mom would. So she's telling us, you know how it is as a mom, so everything is normal, right?
Because a lot of you women are judging her for even...
Priority, being judged. Right, I know the story.
Changing a baby's diaper in the...
What?
In the car, which is mind-boggling, because if there's no bathroom, you're going to do what you have to do.
I don't see any sadness for the boy. Do you know what happened? Is that why?
To take care of your child one way or another. She's a great mother, so everything...
I don't care about if she's a great mother. Why do you feel the need to tell us that? Why do you feel the need to convince me she's a great mother? We are not. You should be only worried about finding the child at this point.
What you guys are saying about her?
When they are too concerned with what other people are saying while a child is missing, that's a huge red flag, people.
First of all, you don't know her, and...
Yeah, you don't know her. You don't know me. I know this story. From Chris Proudfoot, I know it from Janie. Right? Right? I'm not a bad person. She's not a bad person. But you're avoiding to tell us what you know. And look at how hard she is thinking about what she's going to say.
Show some compassion. Like she just
She just what?
had her son taken from her. And also, back to what I was saying, so she realized that he had went to the bathroom on himself. Of course, he's a baby. And she laid him down
Of course.
in the back. Her back was turned. She was about to change him. She was getting everything prepared.
Her back was turned to what? Her back was turned to whom? I saw the mark. It's in her eye, not the side, not in the back of her head. It looks like somebody punched her from the front. Am I wrong here? Am I seeing things?
And she felt like a tap on her shoulder. She turned around and all she heard was "Hola."
You were not there. So the tap on the shoulder, did she tell us about the tap on her shoulder? Remember, I just covered this. I don't remember that. Why didn't she tell us that? Or did she? Or I missed it.
And before she could even see this person,
Before she could even see this person,
acknowledge this person, whatever the case may be, he socked her in the face.
how do you know it was a he? Well, you might say, okay, this is a punch that comes, How do you know it was a he? How do you know? She said somebody, and you say he. You introduce one male, not they, not somebody, he. Whom are you thinking about? The father of the child?
And she ended up blacking out. He knocked her out, and she fell to the floor. And next thing you know, as she came to,
Next thing you know, this is damage control mode. And this is time being passed. And why is she speaking on her behalf? Do you know what happened? I think you do.
she woke up. She was looking around for the baby.
The same script, right?
The baby was gone. She started panicking, screaming, crying. She called.
How do you know all that? This sounds very scripted to me, people.
The police. She ran into Big Five to see if they had cameras outside or if anybody had witnessed anything, and nobody apparently didn't see anything. And then
Nobody didn't see anything.
there's no cameras outside.
Okay.
However, we're so baffled because how are there no cameras outside? Like, in cases like this, like, what are people supposed to do? Sorry.
Well, whether you know what happened or not, this seems very scripted. And obviously, she wasn't there, so she is repeating what she was told in part by her. Right? But why are you doing that?
So after that, my brother told me that he had realized that his wife wasn't back because by that time it was already 8 o'clock and she had left around 7. And and he said that he ended up calling her And she picked up the phone and she was hysterical, and he couldn't even understand her. So the police had took the phone from her and told my brother what had transpired. And he had his ex-wife there because, you know, they had a son together. And his ex-wife and her boyfriend ended up driving my brother to Big Five. And ever since then, we've been looking for Emmanuel. We've been giving out flyers. People came out, prayed for us, prayed for Emmanuel. It's been a very hard time for our family. I haven't slept. My brother hasn't slept. We just want it back. And there is a lot of discussion on whether my nephew is special needs.
Special needs. There we go.
He is late in development, but
there we go.
As far as we know, the doctors say that he's in great health. He's
so why are you bringing that up, that he's late in development?
Fine.
Do you know or suspect something?
He just has a lazy eye, and that made him more beautiful than anybody I knew, because I loved him so much. It didn't matter what he looked like.
Also past tense.
And I know he's going to come back to us, and with your continued prayers and your you uplifting us, I know he'll come back, and whoever took him here, I can't even say what you are on this app, but just give him back. He needs his family.
And here's a statement someone posted on Facebook. Used to work with Jake at Walmart. He should be the prime suspect in all.
Now I'm missing the I. I used to work. She said just used to work.
All this. I'm not going to go into detail, but his previous relationship didn't end so well. He's crazy, and he beat one of his kids so bad it caused severe brain damage. The child was not the same. Let's just be real here. Jake should be the number one suspect.
Let's go here.
I saw white in a hearing center. I fell on the floor, and I said, as I got up, I couldn't find my son. I checked all around my truck, and I ran into Big Five, and I asked the lady if she saw a baby or someone with a baby. She said no. It was a happy boy.
Whoever took our son, please give him back.
Whoa! Lot of details there. What do you think? I'm wondering why she deleted the post. Interesting. But we're keeping tabs of what's being said. You know, as you saw the mom and the dad speak, I played that again in this video. We played that on our last live, discussing this case in detail. Go check it out, please, because it shows the area, and a lot of people in our... You heard from the family member that we played earlier. She said that Rebecca left at about 7 p.m. to go. So 47 minutes there, 47 minutes before the call, and that place was literally from the football field that she was at, about a mile to the store.
Right.
So, the sporting goods store. So, I don't know, man. The time here is not vibing either. The time's not vibing,
What did I miss?
The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Office, who is investigating the disappearance of this 7-month boy, put out a statement, and it says, the search for baby Emmanuel Haro continues. Investigators cannot rule out foul play.
That means they suspect.
Goes on to say, all right, summary. On Thursday, August 14th, 2025, at approximately 7:47 p.m., deputies in Yucaipa were dispatched to a retail business after Rebecca Haro reported that while she stood outside her vehicle changing her child's diaper, she was physically assaulted by an unknown male and rendered unconscious. So a male. When she woke, her
Okay, so she said male, right? That doesn't align with what I heard her say.
7-month-old infant, Emmanuel Haro, was gone. Deputies and K9 units from San Bernardino and Riverside counties responded and began.
And look, she was hit right from the front. This looks a lot more like they knew where that there were no cameras over there. And maybe he hit her. Maybe check his knuckles, check his hands. That's what I would say. Unless somebody else did it for them.
An extensive search. Emmanuel was not located. Based on the circumstances, Sheriff's Specialized Investigations Division responded and assisted with the investigation. Investigators interviewed multiple individuals, including Emmanuel's parents, Jake and Rebecca.
Mm-hmm.
During those interviews, Rebecca was confronted with inconsistencies in her initial statement and declined to continue with the interview.
Exactly.
At this point in the investigations, investigators are unable to rule out foul play in the disappearance of Emmanuel. Investigators will continue their investigation to locate Emmanuel Haro. Now, notice the time there. This is 7:47. They were dispatched.
Yeah.
Now, you heard from the family member that we played earlier. She said that Rebecca left at about 7 p.m. to go. So 47 minutes there, 47 minutes before the call, and that place was literally from the football.
Okay, so in this particular instance, that doesn't need to be a discrepancy because she said she was passed out, right? So I'm not going to go there yet.
Field that she was at, about a mile to.
And no, I don't believe that story. I'm just saying that this is something where I need to say, there's, of course, she had that down.
The store. So, the sporting goods store. So, I don't know, man. The time here is not vibing either. The time's not vibing. She arrived there, went immediately to start, doing, changing the baby's diaper, and alleged she got knocked out and everything like that. Woke up and things. She went in. You would think that would have happened like 20 minutes or so sooner than that, not 47.
Okay, wait. So there's going to be another statement from her. Or is it the same one? I don't know yet. Let's see.
I fell on the floor, and I said as I got up, I couldn't find my son. I got him out of the car seat, and I laid him down so I could get his diapers ready. And somebody said, "Hola," and that's all I remember. And I sat him down so I could get his diapers ready on the floor.
And the victim
not so loud.
Staging the crime scene. This stuff is crazy.
I fell on the floor, and I said as I got up, I couldn't find my son.
As I got up, I couldn't find my son.
I got him out of the car seat, and I laid him down so I could get his diapers.
So she's mixing up the timing here, right? First she said she cannot find him, and then she tells a story about laying him down. I believe that happened at a different time.
Ready, and somebody said, "Hola," and that's all I remember. And I saw white, and a hearing sound. I fell on the floor, and And I said, as I got up, I couldn't find my son. I checked all around my truck, and I ran into Big Five, and I asked the lady if she saw a baby or someone with a baby. She said no. It was a happy boy.
It
A lot to go.
it was a happy boy.
A breaking news, Dad exposed. I'm going to share some new information with all of you about the case of missing 7-month-old baby Emmanuel Haro. This is his dad, Jake Haro. He's currently on probation. He has an extended criminal record. He's currently facing a probation violation. His son vanishes. The mother, Rebecca, who we talked about extensively on this channel already, and the father claim that this little boy was kidnapped a little after 7 p.m. at a Big Five store parking lot.
Okay.
Where the mother was claiming that she was changing the child's diapers. This is in Yucaipa, California, San Bernardino County. Now, this guy's on probation for willful child cruelty. He has an extended criminal record of obstructing police. And now they claim that their child was kidnapped. I think it's a hoax. I think it's a lie.
And I said, as I got up,
Wait.
And not being truthful and now lawyering up and not speaking to investigators. Sounds like the same behavior repeats itself. And then revocation. It's a probation now. He has a court hearing September 2nd, 20 that.
Whoever took our son, please give him back.
I fell on the floor, and I said,
I believe you did fall on the floor when you were hit, but not there.
as I got up, I couldn't find my son. I got him out of the car seat, and I laid him down so I could get his diapers ready. And somebody said, "Hola," and that's all I remember. And I saw white. And a hearing sound like,
That's all you remember, but then you remembered it was a man, right?
I fell on the floor, and I said, as I got up, I couldn't find my son.
Okay, guys, let me listen to Joseph. This is the boy, Emmanuel.
A 7-month-old baby vanishes from a California parking lot. The mother's story is falling apart, and the father's past is dark. In the latest update, they've
I believe he vanished before.
lawyered up and are refusing a lie detector test. Investigators are now hinting at foul play. This is the chilling disappearance of Emmanuel Haro. And I'm Joseph Morris. Please like and subscribe. It's August 14th, 2025 in Yucaipa, a quiet San Bernardino County town. Around 8 p.m. that night, 30-year-old Rebecca Haro is in the Big Five sporting goods parking lot. She says she's there to grab a mouth guard for her stepson's football practice. Her 7-month-old son, Emmanuel, needs a diaper change, so she lays him by his car seat in her truck. Then, in an unbelievable twist, she says a stranger says hola, and next thing she knows, she's on the ground with a black eye and her baby is gone. Rebecca runs into the store, frantic, asking if anybody saw a baby or someone carrying one. No one did, so she calls 911 immediately, pointing out there were no cameras in the parking lot, which many found suspiciously odd. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department launches a massive search that night. Deputies, canine units with scent tracking dogs and helicopters scoured the area for Emmanuel, described as 24 inches tall, 21 pounds, with brown hair, brown eyes, a noticeable cross eye, and wearing a black Nike onesie. But the dogs lose his scent near the truck, which is troubling, almost like he was never there or was
Amen. Again.
Described as 24 inches tall, 21 pounds, with brown hair, brown eyes, a noticeable cross eye, and wearing a black Nike onesie. But the dogs lose his scent near the truck, which is troubling.
Exactly. The dogs lose the scent near his truck. He was in a truck at one point. Sure. But from there, they cannot trace him to anywhere in the parking lot.
Almost like he was never there or was moved instantly.
Not almost. He was never there.
The search continues into August 15th, with friends and family putting up flyers and combing the streets. Rebecca and her husband, 35-year-old Jake Haro, appear on TV, pleading for Emmanuel's safe return.
Just give him back to me again, please. Don't harm my son.
Give him back to me again. When was he first taken? Why do you say again? You would say, please give him back to me. This is key, people. He was taken from her, and now she is fabricating a story of him having been taken there in the parking lot, which never happened because he was never there. That's why she said again, because it happened before that he was taken away. He was being disposed of. When she talked about laid him down, she laid him down, got him out of the car seat, laid him down. That happened before. That was something that she remembered doing at one point, but not over there. God, I love when it all comes together. Just give him back to me again. Please don't harm my son. There is a possibility that she, at one point, asked her husband not to harm him. Of course, now she's covering up for him. This is a possibility. This is a possibility we are allowed to look at in the realm of possibilities according to their statements, both of their statements. And this, my friends, is like, this is why I go to Joseph Morris quite a bit, because he keeps it short, to the point, and there isn't too much blah blah blah. Let's see.
Oh, please, I'm begging you. Please, God, please. It was very plain.
Invoking deity, also, it's not a good sign. Praying to God, yes. Getting in front of the camera and talking to God while you do. Who are you talking to, the kidnappers or God right now? And I'm being serious. Invoking deity needs to also be noted. He was very playful. Yes. Past tense. You remember him how he was. This is also the eulogy kind of approach.
Grateful. He loved his sister.
And now she looks at him for approval. Am I doing good?
His sister always kissed him.
He was a healthy baby. He was crawling. He was kicking.
He says he was a healthy baby. Well, from what I'm hearing now from your sister, dude, he was, he didn't develop, right? She makes it sound like there was something wrong with him. Why do you feel the need to tell us he was healthy?
And he was playing with his toys.
I got him out of the car seat.
Okay, at one point you did.
And I laid him down so I could get his diapers ready. And somebody said,
You laid him down so you could get his diapers ready. Did you? What did you actually do?
hold on, that's all I remember.
I thought it was a man.
And I saw
That's all I remember. Okay. Don't ask me any further questions. Please. I can only fabricate that much.
a white. And a hearing sound, I fell on the floor. And I said, as I got up, I couldn't find my son. I checked all the...
As I got up, not after I got up, as I got up, I get back into these details later. I checked all the around what?
Around my truck.
Whoever took
Okay, you checked around the truck. What else did you check?
our son.
He's looking down. Little girl doesn't know what the hell is going on.
Please give him back.
So let's just unpack that. Rebecca begs for her son's return, but her eyes are completely dry.
I agree. And she was hit from the front. She saw who hit her. And I believe she was okay with being hit, letting somebody hit her right there in order to prepare for the story. And I do believe that the husband, there's a good chance he knew there were no cameras. Maybe, there was a different reason why he notices whether there are cameras or not. In the past, he may have noticed it. Possibility. Hey, I noticed I was checking, because he's often up to no good, from what I understand now. Maybe he was checking out places, looking around, maybe having a history of checking for cameras to be able to do, you know, who knows what. Oh, I know one place where there's no cameras. Just look at the possibilities, guys.
No tears, which feels off for a grieving mother. She claims she was knocked out after hearing Ola, but a punch to the eye means the attacker faced her, making
Amen.
her claim of not seeing the attacker very suspicious. Jake, her husband, describes Emmanuel as a healthy, active baby, but slips into past tense, saying he was crawling and
You got it, dude.
playing. And as well, the father looks like he's avoiding looking into the camera, always staring down or away. To many online, their demeanor, her lack of tears, his evasiveness feel staged. And here's where it gets even stranger. Rebecca's story about rushing for a mouth guard doesn't quite add up, as mouth guards need molding, so why the urgent trip at 8 p.m. at night? What do you guys think of all this? Does this look staged to you as well? But that wasn't the only thing raising eyebrows. On August 16th, investigators confront
Why did I waste my time with JLR? This is good.
Rebecca about inconsistencies in her story. Her dark bruising doesn't add up. Experts
Okay, let's wait. Let's go back. I want to make sure of this. I don't want to miss a beat.
Staged to you as well. But that wasn't the only thing raising eyebrows. On August 16th, investigators confront Rebecca about inconsistencies in her story. Her dark bruising doesn't add up. Experts say a black eye takes hours to darken, not minutes. Her claim of being knocked out seems like an excuse to avoid describing a suspect or vehicle.
Right. That was done before, people. Like I said.
Which is why no Amber Alert was issued. She shuts down and refuses to keep talking to these
And that's exactly what police is also trained on. That's with like Jack and Lily. They're like, no, 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 we don't do this. When we detect any kind of bullshit, we're not going to put the public into a frenzy. We're going to look at where, our investigation guides us. We're not just, this is something that they don't want to do because, they don't want to, first of all, look stupid. They don't want to backtrack. They don't want to go back and forth. Let's listen.
investigators when they pointed out these inconsistencies. And a major update just came in today. Rebecca and Jake, lawyered up, refused a lie detector test. So if that isn't a red flag to you guys, I don't know what is. Rebecca's mother told KTLA News that Jake rejected
Oh, I love how quickly he moves, man.
the test, insisting on a lawyer first. She also revealed authorities removed a 2-year-old child from their home.
Yep. Always the same bullshit, and it doesn't get better, man. You leave. I mean, the guy. I didn't get into this, I didn't listen to this, but what he was charged with before, should he be allowed around children?
Adding serious concern. The sheriff's department says foul play cannot be ruled out. Now let's add another layer. Jake's sister, Maria Haro, drops a video statement.
And there is a lot of discussion on whether my nephew is special needs.
Yeah.
He is late in the
Yeah, she at least suspects. At least she suspects something here. So, anyways, there's always this combination of a violent father or stepfather, the combination of that, and the special needs, right? These dudes have no patience with children, anyways, right? They are ready to hit at any time. And you add into the mix a child with special needs requiring patience. That is the recipe for disaster, guys.
development, but as far as we know, the doctors say that he's in great health. He's fine.
Yeah, so why did you bring it up, huh? Why did you bring it up? You brought it up. You introduced it. I didn't. Well, I noticed him talking about a lazy eye. That's about it. But he also felt the need to say he's in great health.
He just has a lazy eye, and that made him more beautiful than anybody I knew, because I loved him so much. It didn't matter what he looked
Past tense.
like.
Not I love him.
So people pointed out that she says loved him, which is the past tense again. People are asking, why does everybody's stories sound the exact same? Like almost like
Yeah.
the entire family rehearsed it. Meanwhile, police were noticing something else. Jake has a troubling history.
And by the way, hi Joseph. I know you're watching me at least once in a while. So that's kind of what I like when I, hear people more and more getting into statement analysis and applying it directly rather than guessing around. It's good.
In June 2023, he pleaded guilty to willful child cruelty in Riverside.
That's very hard. That's why I said this guy should not be around children, period, man. I mean, when you have something like this on your record, it's like you let somebody who, I mean, wow. Around his targets,
County. A woman claiming to be his former Walmart coworker posted on Facebook, used to work with Jake at Walmart. He should be the prime suspect.
Thank you, Jake Police Department. The entire situation heartbreaking. Okay, he got away with it once. Let's not let him get away with it again. Okay.
In all of this. I'm not going to go into detail, but his previous relationship didn't end so well. He's crazy, and he beat one of his kids so bad it caused severe brain damage. The child was not the same. Let's just be real here. Jake should be the number one suspect. This allegation, paired with his conviction, fueled online speculation. Reports also note Jake is in the...
Okay. I see no tears. No tears. And look for it at all times. If they're trying to act like they're having to hide their tears or wipe away their tears, but there are no tears, they want you to believe that they are sad when they are, that they are sadder than they actually are. And you are more likely to hold back or try to hold back your tears when the situation is actually as they're trying to portray it.
U.S. illegally from Mexico, which could complicate his cooperation with authorities. Online sleuths on X fueled online speculation. Reports also note Jake is in the U.S. illegally from Mexico, which could complicate his cooperation with authorities. Online sleuths on X point out that Rebecca never entered Big Five, suggesting she avoided the store's surveillance cameras, which could have shown whether Emmanuel was even with her that night.
That's it. You know? At that moment, she needed to change a diaper, right? Wait, where did she lay him down? Outside somewhere? Or in the car? Okay. At that moment.
And here's where.
But she didn't tell us that she changed. She didn't tell us what she was actually doing. She said what she was going to do, what she wanted to do, and she laid him down so that she could do it. But she didn't say what action she took. She didn't say, I went through my bag, I laid him down, I grabbed my bag. You know what I mean? You would remember these types of things. But because she didn't do it, there is no experiential memory backing up what she wants us to believe.
It gets even stranger. Critics online say Emmanuel's photos don't look like a typical 7-month-old. He appears listless, not alert or engaged, raising questions about his condition before the alleged kidnapping.
Yep. So why are you trying to tell us the doctor said he's completely healthy? Why did he, Jake, feel the need to tell us that he is healthy? Did you have a problem with him not being healthy? Is that what it is? Did you even want to get rid of a kid that is not healthy? Maybe not the mother's plan, because remember, don't harm my child. All of a sudden, it's my child. Before, bring back our son. But then, when it comes to the area of harm, he becomes her child. It changes. And there is a reason. Because there is, regardless of what she's trying to cover up, there was some sort of motherly instinct that may not have been in agreement with what was being done to him. But did she protect him? No.
The dog's failure to track his scent suggests he might not have been in that parking lot at all.
Nope.
Now let's move to the investigation's next chapter.
And again, they're not very, these people they didn't think this through very, very well. They just knew there was no cameras, so he said to her probably, go there and let me suck you in the eye first. And so, of course, it gotten black a little bit too quickly. But she was, was she panicking? Well, she was not prepared for what she was about to do.
Specialized Investigations Division takes over, interviewing everyone close to the family. But the trail is cold. No witnesses saw a stranger in the parking lot, and no security footage from Big Five shows anything suspicious, despite Rebecca's quick claim about no cameras. On X and TikTok, people are tearing into Rebecca's dry-eyed pleas and Jake's evasive demeanor, with many speculating about a potential cover-up.
Yeah.
By August 16th, this case is no longer just a kidnapping. It's a puzzle with missing pieces. The sheriff's department stays quiet, only saying they're following all leads. Friends and family keep searching, plastering Emmanuel's picture everywhere. A tiny boy with a cross eye, last seen in a black Nike onesie. The community's desperate, but evidence is scarce. So here's my take. To many online, this looks like deception. Rebecca's story just doesn't hold up. Her bruising doesn't match the timeline. Her no cameras comment feels like a deflection. And claiming she was knocked out seems like a dodge to avoid a...
Yeah. She knew immediately there were no cameras, right? She knew that before she went there.
suspect description. Avoiding Big Five's cameras suggests she knew they might expose her.
So don't harm my son. This is something also that she remembers saying.
Jake's child cruelty conviction and the coworker's chilling Facebook post about severe abuse set off alarm bells. Their refusal to take a lie detector test and decision to lawyer up deepen these suspicions.
Yeah.
Maria's past tense video feels like part of a coordinated story. Allegedly listless photos of Emmanuel and the dog's failure to track his scent make many wonder if he was even in that parking lot. Now, I'm not saying they're guilty, but the clues point closer to home than a random stranger. Investigators need to dig.
Again, people,